11-man football is in the state semifinals. But we have already punched 4 tickets to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And one of them belongs to the Strawn Greyhounds, who are back on the biggest stage of them all. And here to talk about it is the head coach of those Strawn Greyhounds, is Coach Dewaine Lee. Coach, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
How are things in Palo Pinto County?
It's actually 75 degrees today, and great weather, awesome weather.
Yeah, give it a second, though. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like, I know we had snow, like 2 days ago, so I'm sure it'll change. Well, Coach, first and foremost, state finalist, that's the first big step. What was the party like in Strawn after taking down what was a very good Milford team?
You know what? The kids were extremely excited. The fans were nuts. When the game was going on, that the fans like, man, that is a great team, extremely athletic, and at some point, someone probably thought that maybe we didn't have a chance to win because it was a tough game, and afterwards they were ecstatic. People were going crazy.
They should be. It's a great win, and one thing that's very interesting. You guys all year long had been one of the most dominant defenses in the state. Now you run into a guy like Tyron Smith, and he'll do some stuff to you, but you guys found a way to get a win from your offense. Was there a bit of maybe a change in game plan at some point once you realized, because you've shut out a lot of people, you guys weren't able to shut out Milford. Was there a bit of a change in game plan midstream, or were you guys expecting kind of we're going to have to go back and forth with these guys?
We thought we had to go back and forth. We knew that their offense is really high octane, and that's something that our defense, we didn't look at the past, like we only given up this many points because, we knew that it could be a 80 to 90 game or, 70 to 80. So, and we knew exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
But you didn't think you'd need 102 points to win.
No, nothing like that. But we'd have taken 1 point.
Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely true. Now you guys trailed 52-46 going into halftime. Obviously, 6 points. That's a one possession game. But in the way this game was going, what was your message to your kids at halftime to get them going in the right direction? Because you guys absolutely dominated in the second half.
You know what? We just made a few adjustments, changed a few things up. Coach Cervantes did a great job with the defense, and we knew we had to get some stops with him, and he was making some awesome throws, and hopefully, maybe we could pick a few of those off, maybe make some adjustments. And I think that the speed of his speed of the game, we weren't used to that, and I think we had to gauge that the first half because you cannot simulate that in practice. There's no one can do that, And I think that was a big thing for us to settle down and see, understand the angles for him, the speed, and that was a big one.
Yeah, so once you guys got used to him, then the game maybe slowed down a little bit for you guys.
Yes, for sure. And not much, don't get me wrong, he still got his, but it was still, it was an adjustment period for us.
We're talking with Strawn coach Dewaine Lee here on Texas Football Today. Get involved with the conversation, #TF Today. Although, we talk about, for folks who may not pay a ton of attention to six-man football, they see 71 points and they go, oh man, the defense really struggled. You guys forced 5 turnovers in this game, and that really turned out to be the difference. Your defense has been great all year long. What's been the secret defensively for you guys to be so sound?
You know what? I think that the plan coach has done every week, and our kids have bought into it. And and you got Carlos Villanova, and you got Tanner Hoskins and Ivan Ruiz. Those guys have really stepped up and done some great things on defense.
And then on the other side of the ball, you mentioned Carlos Villanova. This is a guy who really grinded it out on the ground for you guys. For a team that you guys had 589 yards on the ground, he was the real bell cow for you guys. You're the guy who gets to see him in practice. You're the guy who gets to draw up the plays for him. What can you tell us about this young man?
He's through the year we haven't had to use him much in offense because we got so many running backs and we use him some, we mix it up, but when it got down to it, he got a lot of touches and he can throw the ball really well, and man, he's tough, and he ran a kickoff back and he broke some tackles, and he's only about 145 pounds, and I'll tell you, you think he's 180 pounds when he plays, and he's been a heart and soul of a lot of our team.
We're talking with Dewaine Lee, the head coach of the Strawn Greyhounds here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, TF today. All right, Coach. The next game, you guys get a bit of a kind of a bye week almost, a bit of a half week. You're not going to play this Friday night. Your next game is
Sure.
Wednesday. How do you adjust your practice schedule? How do you adjust the schedule? Knowing that you're going to go basically 10 days between games as opposed to the usual, every Friday night.
We try to get our game plan in, and today we're going to just kind of work on some just basic things, and hopefully by Wednesday we got the whole game plan in, and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday we'll get after it, and then we'll kind of back off a little bit on Monday and Tuesday.
And then the team you're going to see there is the team that was there last year, fell short to Richland Springs and Balmorhea. You guys are only about 600 miles apart. I don't want to. I know you've already you've already kind of watched film. You've probably figured some things out. I don't ask you to give away your game plan, but when you're looking across the field at what you're going to see from Coach Vance Jones' squad, what are you expecting to see?
You know what? They're very similar to us. They block real well. They swarm the football. They play great defense. They're a tight team, kind of like us. And I know Vance. For 20-something years now, we were in the same district when I was in Grand Falls, and I've known him, and he's a tremendous coach, and his kids, Balmorhea kids, they're seasoned. They're really seasoned. They got a veteran ball club, and they're tough.
Now, I want to make sure I get this right, because the last time Strawn was in a title game, you guys, was back in 2009. So will this be Strawn's first game at AT&T Stadium?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so then, look. I am sure the stadium in Strawn is lovely, but it's going to be a little bit different at AT&T Stadium. First of all, how much are you looking forward to that? And second of all, what are you going to tell your kids who they're going to walk onto the field and get kind of big-eyed?
It's amazing just thinking about being on the same field as Tony Romo and all those guys and the legends through that. And then our kids, we try to talk about it and talk about it now and prepare them. And I don't know if you can prepare them for that, but they understand, the magnitude of it for sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun. 2:00 on Wednesday, December 20th, when Balmorhea meets Strawn for the 1A Division II state championship. Coach, there's one more member of your team we got to talk about, and it's somebody who's going to make some history. Your kicker, Lonnie Nava. It appears we're kind of digging through the record books. It looks like she's going to be the first female player in Texas high school football history to play in a state championship game. And she's not out there just, hanging out. She is a valuable member of your team. What can you tell folks about your outstanding kicker?
You know what? She's been playing since she's a freshman. She asked me to come out as a freshman, and we let her come out. She played JV the first year. Then the sophomore, she got the call. She started on sophomore and junior year. And this year she's been kicking really well. We didn't have a very good outing against Milford, and but I think she got some things worked out, and she was a little nervous, and the snaps are a little high, but she's got a great leg on her, and she's and we're really excited for
her. And do I have this right? She wants to be a marine biologist?
Oh, most definitely, yes, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I know where Palo Pinto County is.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure that out. How you want to become a marine biologist when you're living in Strawn, Texas? But boy, seems like she's awful bright as well.
Yeah, she is. She's extremely intelligent and outgoing. She it's tough. It's tough to be a kicker on an all guys team because she has to earn respect and and she misses one and we're hard on her just like we are any of the kids. So she's really made a big adjustment and she's really contributed and I've been really proud of her.
It's going to be a lot of fun when Strawn takes on Balmorhea for the 1A Division II state championship. It's going to be 2:00 on Wednesday, December 20th, at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, and their coach Dewaine Lee will be on the sideline for them, hoping to bring them the first state championship for them since 2003. Coach, really appreciate your time. Congratulations on getting this far. Maybe enjoy the extra little time off, but then we'll see you in Arlington.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely. There he goes, Dewaine Lee, the head coach, the Strawn Greyhounds. Yeah, Lonnie Nava, their kicker, we're fairly certain she'll be the first female player to play in a Texas high school football game. She will definitely, as long as they don't get shut out, she will definitely be the first woman to score in a Texas high school football state championship game.
Should that happen?
Again, barring them getting shut out, but it is a remarkable story for Strawn. They've been dominant all year long. Milford was the first team they didn't 45. For those who know, 45 is lingo for
mercy rule.
Beating a team by the 45-point mercy rule in six-man football. It is a really, really cool story. They are back in the first title game since 2009. They won their only title in 2003, and then they've lost in 2008 and 2009. So they're hungry down there in Strawn. And it's going to be tough. They're going to get a great Balmorhea team that was there last year and gave Richland Springs everything they wanted. And that was a great Richland Springs squad. It's going to be a lot of fun. AT&T Stadium, 2 o'clock next Wednesday for the 1A Division II State Championship. We appreciate Coach Dewaine Lee hopping on with us.
Before you go there,
yes,
the Strawn fans are already correcting you.
Uh-oh.
They won in 2008.
Did they?
According to them.
They did. They beat Follett. I'm
Get
dumb.
together.
I'm
You're
dumb.
the worst.
I'm dumb.
You're an idiot.
Everyone knows this.
I'm now accepting applications for Tepper's job on this show.
That's right. They
and
won
Brittany
in 2008.
Scroggins, you are the new co-host of this show.
They won in 2008. They won in 2003. They lost in 2009. Sorry, I was
Get it together.
confused. My bad.